Welcome to a discussion of the pros and cons for the 2020 ballot measures brought to you by the League of Women Voters of Diablo Valley and St. Mary's College. Let's talk about Proposition 14. Proposition 14 is on the ballot with the following wording: authorizes research to continue funding stem cell and other medical research. Proposition 14 asks the state to issue the sale of $5.5 billion in state general obligation bonds over 11 years to fund grants from the California Institute of Regenerative Medicine to educational, nonprofit, and private entities for the purpose of stem cell and other medical research, therapy development and therapy delivery, medical training, and construction of research facilities. For those unfamiliar with stem cells, they are the foundation of the human body. From the moment a human egg is fertilized, stem cells begin to multiply and transform themselves to create our blood supply, nervous systems, and the bones of our skeletons. They build every organ from heart and brain to liver and skin. And as we age, stem cells are the tools that repair and replace the cells we lose to injury, disease, and decay. Because of the near limitless ability to reproduce and to become almost any other kind of cell in the body, stem cells are better suited than perhaps any drug to heal all kinds of untreatable maladies. Some details of Proposition 14 are that $1.5 billion, or 27% of the fund, would be dedicated to research and therapy for Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, stroke, epilepsy, and other brain and central nervous system diseases and conditions. The proposition would also make changes to the CIRM and its governing board with the intention of improving public oversight and of expanding patient access to stem cell treatment, including a 7.5% limit on the funds for administrative costs. And new grant awards would be prioritized by projects that would use matching funds from outside sources. To perhaps better understand the background and impetus for Proposition 14, in 2004, California voters approved Proposition 71, which set aside $3 billion in bond money toward funding stem cell research and forming the California Institute for Regenerative Medicine, CIRM. The rationale for the 2004 initiative was that because the federal government had limited stem cell research due to the controversial use of embryonic stem cells that came from fetal tissue, it was necessary to fund continued stem cell research at the state level. Since that time, however, induced adult stem cells have largely eliminated the need for embryonic stem cells, though embryonic stem cells are still being used, and particularly with spinal cord injury research. The total cost of the bond, with the inclusion of interest paid to bondholders, came to $6 billion. However, according to a report from USC, CIRM has created a major impact on California's economy by creating new jobs and generating additional revenue for the state. Now in 2020, the institution has spent or earmarked 90% of that initial bond money, and they are asking the state for more money to continue the institution and their research. The bonds would cost about $7.8 billion over a 30-year period, $5.5 billion for the principal and $2.3 billion in interest to repay bondholders. The state general fund would pay most of the costs, with a relatively small amount of interest repaid by bond proceeds. The exact net fiscal impact is unknown, and there could be some indirect fiscal effects for some healthcare programs, such as Medi-Cal. Those arguing in favor of Proposition 14 say that thanks to CIRM, California is a global leader in the field of regenerative medicine, and their work has led to significant advances in treatments and cures for many diseases. And with countless treatments and cures in the development pipeline, continued funding is necessary to continue the vital research that could progress to clinical trials and potentially save more lives. Proposition 14 also holds promise for continuing work in restoring health and quality of life for those suffering from chronic disease and injury. It will also help more Californians get access to affordable medical treatments by offering clinical trials in larger areas of the state. Additionally, CIRM has a proven commitment to public health by allocating $5 million towards combating COVID-19 and funding research for Zika treatments that resulted in some drug successes. Those arguing against Proposition 14 say that long-term sustained funding was never the intent when California voters passed Proposition 71 in 2004. It was meant to be a Kickstarter for research at the time. So, there's no justification for nearly doubling the agency's budget for the next 10 years. It's time for California's Stem Cell Agency to be a self-sustaining nonprofit. Currently, the only stem cell treatments approved by the Food and Drug Administration are products that treat certain cancers and disorders of the blood and immune system. And in 2012, the Institutes of Medicine, Academy of Sciences found that there were a conflict of interest issues with the majority of the 29 board members who stood to benefit from the grants they awarded. Further, since 2004, with the overpromising and hype set forth in the campaign for stem cell research, hundreds of underregulated commercial stem cell clinics have emerged, offering unapproved treatments, and in some instances they have caused harm. In the meantime, private investors and groups, as well as the federal government, have made great strides in stem cell research and cures, so it's unnecessary for California to continue its funding. Analysts and news outlets have also questioned the management, integrity, and transparency of CIRM, pointing out that not only has CIRM been unaccountable to the legislature, but some of their executive salaries are almost 3 times the salaries of medical professionals like Dr. Francis Collins, the director of the National Institute of Health. There are a number of supporters of Proposition 14, some of whom are the California Institute for Regenerative Medicine, Robert Klein, Silicon Valley real estate developer and first board chair of CIRM, and more than 70 leading patient advocacy organizations, including over 100 leading scientists. Financial support of Prop 14 at this time is about $6.5 million in contributions from the committee Californians for Stem Cell Research, Treatment, and Cures. This committee includes members such as Robert Klein of Klein Financial Corporation, the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation, Open Philanthropy Action Fund, and several other entities. The only official current opponent of Proposition 14 is the Center for Genetics and Society in Berkeley. However, there are several editorial boards opposing the proposition, including the Orange County Register and the Bakersfield Californian. There have also been a number of op-ed columnists critical of this proposition in various news outlets. At this time, there are no known contributions against Proposition 14. We have done our best to give you a researched overview of this proposition, but please be aware that there will continue to be updates and additional information. We encourage you to visit the websites of Ballotpedia, the California Secretary of State, EasyVoter, and Voter's Edge to stay informed. Thank you very much, and remember to vote.